Alright everyone, it's time for us to roll up our sleeves, crack our knuckles, and get our pants covered in oil, because we are going to spend a lot of time in the mech bay. I'm very excited to fiddle around with 3 different guys today. We've got the Wolverine that we acquired on our previous mission, the Firestarter, I can't remember when we got him, but we've had him sitting around for a while and I want to fiddle with his configuration, and the Centurion. I think I mentioned I wanted to play with him a little bit and try and make him slightly more efficient, because as it stands, it's an incredibly powerful mech, but it has some serious overheating troubles. So we're going to start with the new kid on the block, the Wolverine, because he seems like a very fascinating mech to toy with. It's got a lot of the same properties as the Centurion. It's got 2 ballistic slots in its arm, a laser and a support slot on the head, so I can use either a medium laser or small laser machine gun or flamer for the head, and 3 missile slots on the side. It also is a very agile mech because it's got 5 jump jet hardpoints, and the default build is taking advantage of all of them. But what we've got to really consider here is 2 things: the intended role for the mech and the role that we want it to fill, and the role that we need it to fill within our squad composition. And we've got a lot of brawlers. We got a lot of guys that are getting up close and personal, punching people, super fighting, rock'em sock'em robots. So I would like to have something to fill a long-range indirect fire support role. And this could potentially be Decker's custom mech if we do it right. So the first thing I'm looking at right away is these LRMs. Now I have 3 different LRM pluses with stability damage, 2 LRM 5s and an LRM 10. And that seems kind of interesting already, so I'm going to have that as my foundation for the mech. And we've only got 7.5 tons remaining after slapping those on. And I was thinking about putting on an autocannon, specifically the AC-10 with even more stability damage, but this thing weighs 12 tons, so we've already gone overweight. And of course, we've got to put ammo in there, so yeah, this isn't going to work. So we're going to have to trim some things down. The triple stability damage LRMs, in addition to the AC-10 with stability damage, is not going to fit. But maybe we can shave it down a little bit. I did have a second LRM-5. And a fun fact, I can't tell if this is just an oversight on the part of the developers or the way the game is intended to be, but 2 LRM-5s weigh 4 tons. Each one weighs 2 tons. And LRM-10 weighs 5 tons. So if you do have multiple slots for missiles and you want to have an LRM-10, put 2 LRM-5s instead. You'll save yourself a ton. So with this configuration, we've still got some pretty nice stability damage here, but we're still overweight. 3.5 tons overweight to be exact. So from the looks of it, the Wolverine is not really capable of supporting the AC-10. I think this thing is just too heavy for it. We could trim down our armor if we use the toggle. We go down a considerable amount to where it feels like the Wolverine is basically a heavily armored lightweight mech, which is sort of fitting for the role that Decker plays. For anybody that's tuning in for the first time, which is probably no one, but the way I have Decker spec'd out is with the Master Tactician ability, so he moves in the 4th initiative phase when he's piloting a medium weight. So I could build out his medium weight mechs to feel like a lightweight in terms of the amount of armor they have. But at the same time, sticking an AC-10 plus in a mech with only 30 armor in the arm piece, that's not very safe, is it? No, it's not. It's not a good idea. So I don't think that's going to work. I think that's just straight up too heavy. So we're going to strip the equipment and kind of start over. We'll go for the max armor, and then we'll compensate down. So we've got 13.7 free tons of weight. I know I do want to have an autocannon on this guy. So unfortunately, we'll have to go down to an AC-5. Nothing high quality in there, but the AC-5 is still pretty powerful, and 1 ammo bin should be enough. We get 15 rounds of that, and most times the fighting ends before that. And with that, I think we may actually have room for the triple LRM setup here. Now we've gone overweight again. You know what? I do like it. I do like this build quite a bit. It has a really strong sweet spot that if we maintain it, we'll be dealing a respectable amount of damage every turn. The AC-5, the LRM-5s, and the medium laser, there's a very specific range in which they cross over well, and they'll hurt enemies that they come across. So I do like this. I do like this. The indirect fire capability is not the greatest. It's only an LRM-15, so that's only 60 damage at range. But the stability damage against mechs would be nice. Against vehicles, especially the heavier ones, this won't really be super effective. But I kind of like this, and I want to take it out for a test spin. So you know what? We're gonna go with this configuration. I feel like it's a hybrid of what the Wolverine's default build is. We're upping the firepower just a tiny bit. The Alpha Strike is 130 damage, which is not that crazy, but it's respectable, right? We could blow off an arm, or at least strip off the armor on a component with that. But it fills that supporting role for somebody with sensor lock. They run around on the periphery. You want to feel comfortable using the sensor lock and feel like you're not missing out on tremendous amounts of damage. So you know what? I'm going to save this, and this is going to be Decker's personal mech if it works out. If it doesn't work out, we're throwing it in the trash bin, and we'll never speak of it again. All right, so let's confirm this and move on to the next one. Next up, we're going to look at the Firestarter. This is a super specialized mech. It comes standard with not 6 flamers, but it comes standard with 4 flamers and 2 machine guns equipped. So the modus operandi for this guy is to set people on fire and shut them the hell down so the rest of your team can destroy them while they're shut down. If you shut down an enemy mech, your team can take called shots on them without using the precision shot ability. And I like that, but the problem with this build is 2 things. It's fantastic, doesn't work on cold planets, doesn't work as well on neutral planets, so planets that don't have any climate effects, doesn't work at all if you're in the water, but it works super well in the desert. So this is a very niche build where if I'm going to a planet and I know there's going to be a desert climate, then I bring this Firestarter. Everybody gets shut down. Shut it all down. Call the fire department. I'll set them on fire too. Doesn't matter. But anywhere else, this build is going to fall apart, and it's just going to be mildly annoying. At the very best, it'll keep an enemy mech crowd controlled in such a way that they can't really use their weaponry. Now, somebody was mentioning in the comments, and I forgot who it was, but I'll put your name on screen. They were doing something with small lasers instead of flamers, and this actually seems quite powerful. We've filled up all of the support slots with small lasers already, and with the default armor that we have in the setup, we've still got 8 tons remaining, so we could slap a lot of jump jets on this guy. And with this kind of setup, we've got another brawler and a potentially good scout as well. We can put that rangefinder on that we found in our last mission that gives him extra view distance, and we make sure the Firestarter's up in the front lines scouting for the Blackjack and whoever else has long range weapons. So that's pretty powerful, and we still have 5 tons remaining. So what we could do with that is put on some heat sinks and bring back some of the medium lasers to give us a little bit of firepower for when we're a bit farther away from spitting distance from the enemy. But our heat efficiency is dropping quite quickly the more medium lasers we slap on. So maybe there's a balance to be had. If I go one more heat sink, get rid of 2 of the jump jets, and then put another medium laser PPC. Of course not. I'm kidding. We're not going to fit one of those things. If we put another medium laser, the heat efficiency absolutely terrible, but the firepower. Just think of the flanking firepower. If we jump behind an enemy mech and open with everything that we have, they're dead. They're 100% dead with this build, and it's really tempting to try it. I mean, it's the definition of a one-trick pony. You go in, you blow your load, and then you retreat for 5 or 6 turns while you're trying to cool down. So maybe I should try and be a bit more conservative with it. If I take off 1 medium laser and throw on yet another heat sink, that makes the efficiency quite a bit better. So maybe we could end up harassing on on multiple turns simultaneously. You know, just turn after turn, just fire everything, fire, 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 fire. So you know, we're gonna stick with this, and it should be interesting, to at the very least. Whoever pilots this is probably gonna die because they're gonna be doing some reckless maneuvers. But I'll be damned if it's not gonna be fun and amazing. So we're gonna confirm that. It's gonna take 8 days to finish it, not too long.
Logged and noted.
Now, last but certainly not least, we got to look at the Centurion, and I got to be totally honest with you guys. I've been thinking a hell of a lot about making the Centurion more efficient by taking off some of the SRM6s in place of an SRM4 and giving him a couple of more heat sinks so that he can fire all of his weapons, the full Alpha Strike, multiple turns in a row without breaking a sweat. You know, we can add in heat sinks, we can add in a jump jet, and we could even max out the rear armor if we wanted to. And I think that may even be what we do, because I mean it's crazy. It's absolutely insane the amount of free weight we have on the Centurion and the amount of efficiency that we can gain. But is the efficiency that we gained by stripping down the firepower worth it? Or is that dump truck style of play kind of the best thing ever, you know? Because I'm a bit of a duality when it comes to these things. I love efficiency. I love synergy. I love it when things feel like they gel. And the build that we have on screen right now, it gels. It's efficient. We would fire this Alpha Strike multiple turns in a row, use our jump jets ad nauseum, and we wouldn't even have to worry about it. It'd be perfect. But it's not fantastic. You know what I mean? It's not spectacular. It's not amazing. The original build, this is amazing. This is the greatest thing ever. There's nothing more satisfying than firing the Alpha Strike with this Centurion build. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to change a damn thing. Let's keep it. Yeah. All right. So with all of that, I think we are done doing all the customizations that we need to do, so we can head over to the contract boards, and there is a mission that I want to take, the Liberation of Smithin. Now, I have done this mission before, and I know it is one of the most difficult missions that I've done in the game, period. And so I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I'm excited, because we've got some very powerful mechs at our disposal, and I think we'll have all of them except for the Firestarter. You know what? I think we'll have everything to choose from by the time we get to the objective. Even Decker should be out of the med bay by the time we get there. So we're going to fly over to that new contract, Liberation Smithin, and we're going to take it on. In the daily briefing, Darius brings up the barracks climate control system. Apparently, it started cycling randomly between tolerable and the inside of a mech's cockpit in the desert. Dr. Murad just shrugs. I can replace the fan controllers again, but it may not be money well spent. Something else is going on in the unimproved power conduits, but as the Argo is very old and very complicated, tracking it down has been difficult. So I can either be ghetto and distribute portable fans for those effectives, hand out some printer paper and be like, look, y'all need to make do, or just spend 10,000 credits to fix the fan controller again. So let's do that, and people should be happy? No, nobody cares. And here we go. It's time for us to do it. We've got more or less the same squad composition we had before, though a couple of pilots have been switched around, or actually only one pilot's been switched around. We got Medusa riding in the Drunk Dragon. As always, we've got the Flamers, medium lasers, SRM6. We're going to punch people in the face, and they're going to like it. Next up, Behemoth is back in the Centurion. She's got Bulwark and evasive movement, as opposed to Riddler, who had multi-target and Bulwark. Didn't synergize all that well with the Centurion, although we did make one play with it. It wasn't a spectacular game-changing maneuver. So I think the setup that we have now with Behemoth works a bit more consistently. Next up in the Blackjack, of course, it's Glitch. This is her mech now. She is the queen of the Blackjack. So she's got multi-shot, multi-target, Bulwark, and breaching shot, which is super powerful with those AC5 and medium lasers. We can spread the love, dealing maximum damage even against targets that are braced down. And Decker, we're testing out the Wolverine. We got that AC5, the triple LRM5s. We're gonna try and get knockdowns on people, abuse the stability damage he can do. It should be just enough to tip people over, and he'll be providing some nice support on the peripheries of the battlefield. But I'm gonna miss the superior firepower that we had on the Vindicator Vinny, but it should be okay. I think this is going to be a good test run. I probably shouldn't do a test run of the Wolverine on a priority mission. I should probably wait for something a little bit easier, but I ain't never been scared of nothing, so let's get out there and whoop some ass. The Restoration Army is engaged in a battle of attrition against Directorate forces, and our ground forces need a resupply if they're going to prevail. To that end, I'm sending you to capture a Directorate munitions dump, eliminate their defenses, and prevent them from getting away with the munitions. Our support staff will handle the rest. It sounds simple, but this mission is hard as balls. But I think I know how to combat it. I've done it a couple of times, actually, and I'm excited, so let's get in there. Welcome to Smith and Commander. The bulk of our army is entrenched in the capital, exchanging with what's left of the Directorate's defense forces. The structures before you is a munitions dump that the Directorate stole from House Croasis. I need you to take it back. I've highlighted several optional objectives for you on this mission that all pay equally well. Saving some of the ammunition that's already packaged for transport will earn you a bonus payment. This assignment comes with risks. The facility is heavily guarded, and if any of those munition crates come under fire, the resulting explosion will deal heavy damage to anything caught in the blast. This includes Directorate units, so feel free to target the crates yourself. But know that you may be sacrificing a bonus in doing so. I love missions like this. If we have the option to blow up those crates and take a bunch of enemy mechs with them, we're doing it. Don't care about the money that much. So this is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be really cool. Now I have done this before, so I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I know a lot of what to expect with it, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna start off by dividing up into groups of two and two. I think we're gonna want some guys over here and some guys going straight up the middle, and we've already got eyes on a 20-ton locust. We can't see that it's a locust right now, but I promise it's a locust.
Yes, Commander.
So with the 2 and 2 strategy, we should be able to take out everything while simultaneously getting flanks on the enemies. Because what's going to happen, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming along this pathway, right? The main area of the facility. So if we sneak around this way, deal with this turret, deal with this mech, and then come around on the side, we can get some good side hits, maybe even get to the back of some of the enemies. So that's what our plan is going to be. Now with Decker, I only have 15 shots in my AC5. But that's plenty. That's plenty enough, isn't it? Let's do some 20, 40, 60, plus 40. Yeah, okay. Fire everything, kill the turret. Oh my goodness. One missile missed its target, and the turret survives. We've got another lightweight mech on radar, and it's sensor locked our Blackjack, so we're going to have to be careful with that so we don't get hit with a bunch of LRMs. Oh no, they didn't sensor lock the Blackjack, they sensor locked Decker. That kind of sucks, so I can't do anything to mitigate the damage short of killing all of the turrets that are going to fire at him, which is not a possibility. At the very least, we can take out this light laser turret, and then we'll start working on the spider in the next turn. Or we could even start working on the spider now, because we've got multi-shot. He's got a bunch of evasion, but why not? There we go. Yeah, why not? And we've got breaching shot too. If this connects, it'll do a hell of a lot of damage.
Got it.
So we killed the turret, no problem. And now we hit the spider, maybe? Yep. Breaching shot is crazy. But this falls a little bit in line with what we were talking about a couple of episodes ago about replay value for missions in games with a static story mode. I've done this before. I know what to expect. I know all the twists and turns and whatnot, but there's still a certain level of excitement that comes with it because I'm trying a different strategy that I've never tried before. I'm going into it with a different perspective that I've never had before. We're gonna move up the Centurion and just brace it. We know we're gonna get pushed pretty hard by these lightweight guys. So if they get into range, so I can start punching on them, then really they're just hurting themselves by doing this. So we're gonna have the melee guys going up the middle and putting in work, and then the ranged guys will be coming around the side to do the flanks. Brace. Whoops, forgot what to do. So let's take a deep breath here. Now all the turrets in the background are going to start hammering on the Blackjack. Hopefully we don't take too much damage, because the Blackjack is tough, but it's not indestructible by any means. I mean, you see already we're getting pounded pretty hard, and the secondary objective popping up. The supply truck is trying to get away, prevent the first transport from escaping. I'll try, but I'm not making any promises. Because I don't even think I'll be able to get in range of it, really. I don't have vision on it from right now, and honestly, that vehicle's probably going to get away. I'm going to reserve Decker for now. There's really not all that much I can do on this phase right now to stop the truck or otherwise. It's very static right now, and this is the biggest problem with my squad comp that we always come back to, is that I don't have strong indirect fire support. I gotta see you if I'm gonna kill you. Oh, what are you gonna do, you little spider? You're gonna get squashed by a newspaper, that's what. He's not even gonna bother shooting at us because he knows he was in a conflict that he had no hope of winning. All right, we did get vision on an enemy Jenner, so that's nice, but I'm more worried about the vehicle that's trying to get away. Maybe if I can't even sprint with the Blackjack because I'm unsteady. But what I was gonna say is maybe I can rush around and try to stop it, because it has to get all the way over here to get away. So if I'm quick, then maybe I can do something about it. So what I'll try is I'll jump forward, because I think that the jump is a little bit farther than my walk by one tile, so that's fine. I'll turn around. I'm gonna have to use vigilance because the Blackjack is getting focus fired pretty hard, and then we're gonna shoot some rounds straight into the back of the spider. He's got shit. I messed up. Misplay. I should have sensor locked the spider with Decker to start things off, because now I have to shoot into a bunch of evasion. It is what it is. I made a mistake. It's fine. I still destroyed the right arm, so we can pretend that the mistake never happened. Not a huge deal. Alright. Now this vehicle is it moving a considerable distance? Oh yeah, they're booking it. They're on the highway doing 88 miles an hour, about to go back into the past. Damn. That stinks a little bit. But we do get to use, for the first time in a very long time, some indirect fire. And we're going to use it on the spider. I believe we are going to hit the rear like this. Yes, we are, so he's not gaining the effect of guarded. We've only got a 30% chance to hit with these missiles, but we didn't bring them to not shoot them. So we're going to shoot them.
Putting one in the back.
I mean, we tapped them a couple of times, but nothing crazy. We may be able to kill him with one of our big brawler guys, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for it. Now the vigilance is going to pay off tremendous dividends for us, and it looks like we can get in range with the Centurion, though maybe we could get in range, better range with the Dragon. I'm not sure, but hitting him from the right side. That's the side we damaged, right? Yeah, we're gonna take some shots on this guy from the right side with our Centurion. I feel like I don't need to do a full alpha strike, but I mean, come on, it's glorious. I won't do a full alpha strike. We'll do a partial.
Roger.
No kill. That's fine. I should have done a full alpha strike. Listen, guys, If I ever think about doing a not full alpha strike with the Centurion again, slap me. If I ever go back to the mech bay and consider taking off short-range missiles from the Centurion, you slap me hard in the face because it's not a good idea. All right, but now it's time for us to move in with Medusa. We gotta put ourselves in. We don't have to put ourselves in harm's way just yet because we can't really reach anything. So what we'll do is we'll move up, line of sight the enemies, and just brace down. And then in the next turn, we should be in melee range, or at the very least firing range for the enemies that we come across. The Centurion is actually going to take quite a bit of pounding in this next phase, but it should be all right. It's heavily armored for a reason. Or maybe the Blackjack will take most of the punishment. Not the shots are coming onto the Centurion, never mind. It's okay, though. It's okay. Another supply truck is fully loaded and moving out. Destroy it before it gets away. All right. Now, our main objectives here are to save 3 ammo crates and to save 6 ammo crates. So that means there are extra. So if these vehicles drive on top of the ammo crates, that means I could blow up the ammo crates and the vehicles, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I hear ya.
So that's really tempting. That's really, really tempting. So I think what I should do
Standing by.
is just that. I think I should go for the play where I blow up the vehicles by blowing up the ammunition crates. Now, who's the one that gets to do that? That is the real important question. I know I can do it for sure with the Blackjack. I can probably do it with Decker as well. No, I don't think I can do it with Decker. I can if I jump him on top of this hill, but then everyone will kill him if he goes up here, so we're not going to do that. I think the vehicles move in the 3rd initiative phase, so they're going to move pretty quickly. So I think we have to go with glitch now. Yeah, we got to do it now. So we're going to get rid of our vigilance. The Blackjack is going to take a lot of fire. Everyone will kill him if he goes up here, so we're not going to do that. The Blackjack is going to take a lot of fire. We may even lose our arms, which will suck. We might have to eject our first pilot today. I've never had to eject before on a mission. In this playthrough, anyway. Who am I kidding? I eject all the time. That sounds like a weird sexual innuendo about pulling out. That shows how dirty my mind is. So we're going to jump up here, and we're going to shoot at the munitions crate. Because I want to complete as many of these bonus objectives as I can. But we have a really good view of the battlefield from up here. We got the 2 lightweights, the Locust and the Spider. An ammunition crate over here. 2 turrets, 4 mechs. There's a lot of heat that's going to come at us. But we can deal with it if we're smart. So we're going to do a triple target here. 1 shots. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Are we? Damn, it's hot on this planet. All right, we're gonna do a double target. We're going to shoot the Spider again in the back. So the Spider will get the AC5 plus, and the munitions crate will get the regular AC5, and it'll take down the vehicle. This is probably a little bit excessive just to kill a puny vehicle, because these things do a lot of damage when they explode.
Munitions crate down.
But it's got to be done. Look at that. That was an epic explosion. Vehicle down.
Mess them up.
Spider pilot has been
Did you
incapacitated.
see it?
I did see it, Glitch, and it was amazing. Alright. Whew. Now we get to go with Decker. And we've got another target that's pretty easy to flank. But I feel like I should chase down the mobile HQ vehicle so I can get the drop on it. So I'm going to go for a sprint. The sprint will put me just in range so that the next turn I can walk forward and start dealing with it appropriately. So that's how we're gonna play this. So far, I think our strategy of dividing up into 2 teams of 2 is working out pretty well. But we'll see. I won't speak too soon because we've only gone a couple of rounds so far, so anything could happen, really.
They've got a lock on me.
Now, some of the lightweights are choosing not to press forward. The sensor locks coming out on Glitch are very, very terrifying right now. She has no bulwark, so a shot in the head is going to take it clean off, depending on the weapon. The LRMs are just going to keep peppering her. It's not gonna feel good. The Jenner moving in for a full-on alpha strike. We've got exposed bits. One of our arms is going to fall off. Damn. I mean, maybe I can try to make another target look real juicy, but even that, it comes with its own risks, and it's not very likely to work. Damn, I may have condemned the Blackjack to a bloody fate just to complete an objective, but I suppose the only saving grace right now is the fact that the Blackjack is going to entice a lot of the enemies to kind of move and shoot, which might make them vulnerable to attacks. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start getting dirty. We got an enemy Firestarter, which is actually pretty terrifying on this biome, because if he heats us up, it's not gonna be pretty. So we're gonna do the infamous one shot, one kill. What's the deal? Eat it. All of it, right in the chest. Right in the chest. Feels so good. I'm so glad I didn't change the loadout. Who cares about consistency when you can do stuff like that, honestly? Now the mobile HQ is moving. I think it's going to end up right inside the second ammunition crate. Nope, it's right. What? Actually, no, I can't tell. Oh, the camera's not letting me pan over. Well, okay, say goodbye to the Blackjack's arm. Or maybe its leg. Or maybe both.
Armor breach! Internal damage!
Oh, Glitch, just survive for a little while longer. A cicada marching across the battlefield. It has a PPC as well. Both of our legs have been stripped of all of their armor. There's still 2 more turrets and 1 more enemy mech that get to make their turn. Glitch is gonna get hurt real bad today, folks. And there's really nothing we could do to stop it. But we can put the hurt on the enemy. So, I think that's what we're going to do. This Locust is stupid. I'm going to ignore it for the most part, and it's going to get on my nerves, but it's the least threatening enemy on the battlefield right now. So I'm going to jump into the water, and I'm going to send my flamers at the cicada, along with everything else. I'll do a full alpha strike. But these flamers should be pretty crucial to this thing. If we can get its heat to go up just a little bit, then it might not fire its PPC in the coming turns. But most of the alpha strike did miss. But those flamers, did they connect? Only one of them. No, I think, yeah, both of them hit. But it wasn't as much heat as I was expecting. That's a bit sad. Oof, a dragon is the heavyweight that's coming in. And it looks like he's not going after Glitch. But of course the turrets are. She's going to get knocked down.
Hang on.
Damn.
Here we go.
Oh, this is not good.
Like that. I'm hit.
Ooh. Oh my god. Glitch is gonna die. Guys, Glitch is gonna get killed. And we're gonna lose the Blackjack. Fuck. And I don't think I can stop this vehicle before it leaves. Fuck. Alright. Alright, new plan. New plan. Ammo crates. We're destroying more ammo crates. We've got 2 mechs. Everything is falling apart. I hate this game so much. All right, so we've got 2 ammo crates. We've got 2 mechs inside the radius of this 1 ammo crate. A Griffin, which is a medium, and a Dragon, which is a heavy. High value targets. Decker's gonna jump in, and he's gonna fire on him. We're gonna jump him into the mineral field, which is probably where I should have put Glitch instead of on top of this hill. I don't even remember if I could have gotten her into the mineral field, but if I could have, then I definitely screwed up. But going to this position with Decker, it'll do 2 things. Maybe I can even run him to that position. Nah, I can't. But it'll do 2 things. Maybe Decker will draw some fire off Glitch. He probably won't.
Engaging
but
jump jets.
I'm not entirely sure if this explosion will be strong enough to kill the heavyweight, but we've got to try.